Girls can't get pregnant in the summer?
Right.
I don't think that's true. I went to summer school.
And did you go to the procreation class in summer school?
I've gotten a lot of bad advice.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
About what?
Well, I've heard the one a million times. Like, if you aren't first, you're last.
Yeah, makes sense.
That one went right over my head.
Me too. I'm not quite sure.
I think that means if you don't take the opportunity, somebody else will take it.
Oh.
Or second place is last.
Yeah. And that's why I didn't.
Everything is always time, so
Time.
the attachment of daylight to savings time is of no moment.
So I would always be meeting my father for lunch when I was a young adult, and I was early 15 minutes, and he had been there 15 minutes before, so I was late.
Oh.
They had lunch back then?
But did we ever get, what is the real answer to how did daylight savings come about?
What is the real answer to anything, Chuck?
Yeah.
So during World War I, daylight savings was conceived during World War I to conserve energy.
Oh.
This makes sense.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that 100 years later, we are still doing it.
Yes.
Yes. We're still fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mind it, actually.
Yep.
Okay, let's get back to the game. Good advice or bad advice?
So our next one is money can't buy happiness. What do you think?
This makes a great down payment, though.
I'd say it's bad advice because you're teaching people that, well, if you don't get rich, you're not going to be happy. Whereas money's not everything. Health, love, you can still feel successful without a lot of money.
You know what? I totally agree with you, Chuck. I totally agree with you. Money can buy a lot of things, but it can't buy happiness.
Right.
And if you're not healthy, forget it.
Yeah.
You can have so much money and,
It's all going to go to medical bills.
or a short life.
Yeah.
The older to get, more health is important. That's for sure.
That is
it becomes
true.
more important than that's for sure.
Give me some money and I'll hire somebody to bring me some health.
Hire a doctor, spending money with a doctor.
A little bit of deal with the devil. Ooh.
It's the love of money that can't buy happiness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Things in life are free.
Yeah.
But of course, if you have money to afford health care, education,
Right.
housing, etc., then you are
You started off doing a song. The best things in life are free. But if you can... But,
Don't get him singing. Don't get him singing.
And what about age is just a number?
well, how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm turning 75 and I feel 25.
You do?
Kind of.
It's just a number. I mean, you could be old at 50, 55.
Right.
Go to play golf, and I'm 73, and I'm walking with my bag down 18 holes, and these young guys, probably in their 30s, big bellies, driving in a cart, having their beer.
Yeah, and they're
They're
blind.
probably-
They're buying the blue pill, too.
Yeah. So, yeah, age is it's,
Well,
At 25.
you're only as old as you feel.
there's no stereotypical way you're supposed to act at a certain number anyway.
Right.
My
Yeah.
head and my body have two different numbers, so sometimes we
Oh, that's true.
find the
That's
common denominator.
Yeah, and different days. Sometimes I can feel my age. Other days, nope, doesn't mean anything.
yeah. But discounts. Getting discounts at a certain age is great.
Yes.
Senior discount, go
Yeah.
to the movies, senior this. I love that.
Yeah.
You do?
Oh, at first when it happened,
Yeah.
I was like a little embarrassed. But now it's like, give me that senior discount.
Yes.
Shoot, I wore
Shazam.
I wore Denny's out with that senior discount.
We've earned it. So take the discount.
And I want to say one more thing. What about happy wife, happy life?
You know something? I really hate that saying.
I used to until I was in a relationship where he did not want a happy wife.
Well,
Oh.
I come to think of it, I've never. The reason I don't like that saying is because it sounds so selfish. Happy life is equal people actually loving one another and working together
Right.
and
Both sides,
enjoying
yeah.
each other and laughing a lot and all of that. I don't like anything that sounds like
Sexist.
one person is taking advantage of the other person.
Yeah, that's like the next one was love means never having to say you're sorry. You can't use, if you're making a mistake, you can't use, but I love you. That's not enough for me. I would say, no, I apologize. I was wrong. I did this. So, love doesn't cure all.
Can I
I
ask
think-
the women a question about
Yes.
that question?
Yes.
No.
So, do you find that most of your men experiences that men don't want to say they're sorry? Because I have found that, and I'm not trying to be
Oh.
mean about it, but they don't
What?
want to say they're sorry.
We've actually done something wrong.
Exactly.
And Greg, if we have, I am so quick to, oh man. See,
Sorry,
I
the
want to
blue,
hear you each say, I'm sorry.
I had to,
Whatever it is, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. But
sorry, sorry that blue pill did not work.
I'm sorry.
I had to differentiate between begging and saying I'm sorry. I'm quick to beg. I'm quick to say I'm sorry.
Actually, love means saying you're sorry when you need to say you're sorry.
Yes.
But guess what? I find that, my wife in particular.
She doesn't want to say she's sorry?
No. That I'm sorry just doesn't resonate with her. You got to show her over some time. You see, that's why I don't make my wife mad very often. It's because it takes me a few days to get back on good sides with her. She just don't take that I'm sorry thing.
Oh, she probably wants you to show that you're sorry, not just say it.
Yeah. So there's something to the showing, I think.
And I feel like a lot of women grew up learning and being okay with saying they were sorry and not even being in the wrong. They said they were sorry because men didn't say they were sorry. So to make it nice, they were, all right, I'm sorry.
No.
right.
We're getting a view as to what kind of background you came from.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
God.
I'm sorry. I don't want to say I'm sorry anymore. Ever.
I'm sorry for saying I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for saying I'm sorry.
Do you find that women say that they're sorry most of the time, even when they're not,
No.
to make things nice in the
No.
relationship?
No. I don't think that anybody says they're sorry unless they're really sorry. You don't look convinced.
No, I'm convinced that you had that experience, but my experience
I
was
might
not.
have said that a couple of times when I wasn't too sorry. So
To make nice in the
Yes,
family. To make,
yes.
That's
Peace.
what about you, Maureen?
No, I think that women are more assertive now,
Right. It's a different time, but
Yes,
throughout my
and
years,
more-
yeah.
more egalitarian relationships.
Well, moments when I say I'm sorry and I'm not is I'm in the grocery store and some guy is not watching where he's going. He runs over me and I say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You
Right. I
know?
find that happens all the time, even
it
though,
does.
why did I say that? I think it's ingrained.
Yeah.
yeah, I say I'm sorry an awful lot about an awful lot of things. And
you go.
I think what you're really sorry about is that somebody else has gotten upset. You've upset somebody.
Yeah.
And you see that you've upset somebody, and you just say, "Well, what you're really saying is, I'm sorry I upset you."
Or pardon me. Excuse me, I was just trying to get by.
Yeah.
I mean, to clunk you in the head.
I don't think it's a gender thing. I think it's more of a personal thing.
Right?
Yeah.
I think you're right.
All right. Let's find out what's going on with each other. What's going on with in your life, Murray?
I was in Australia with Trixie, so that was a memorable vacation.
Trixie?
Trixie
Trixie.
Trixie Mattel.
Who is
I
that?
don't know what that means.
She is the second most popular drag queen after RuPaul.
Oh.
And you went to Australia with her?
Yes, my son, he's her assistant.
Oh.
So then I got to tag along and
Oh.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, for a minute there, I thought you had a romance.
Did you go to the Outback there?
we went to 5. We went to Brisbane, Adelaide, Melbourne,
Oh.
Sydney, and
Oh
I've
my
always wanted
goodness.
to go to Australia. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And New Zealand.
yeah, New Zealand is the
didn't
one I want to
New
go
Zealand,
to.
but I've been to Austria. Yeah.
Yeah, what was the most memorable part of the trip?
we went to Rottnest Island where they have these little quokkas.
What's a quokka?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a rodent type mammal.
What's it taste like?
Chicken. Anyway, my son had said that was one of his favorite days when he had been there before. So he brought me, and it was outstanding.
I'm so happy for you.
Let's hear something about Miss Galen.
Well, I've been spending hours. TikTok actually asks me to do a live stream.
Oh, wow.
And then they encourage you to do it almost every night. So at least 5 nights a week, I've been doing 2.5 to 3 hours on TikTok.
Live.
Live, yeah. And you know what?
Hours.
I thought it would.
Wow.
I thought it would scare me so badly that I would last for about one day. Turns out I love it. You're sitting there and you're talking to people, and they start coming back, and they start asking you. It's a lot of young people, and it's a lot of women, and they start asking you wonderful questions and funny questions, and you're looking at yourself, but I cover my camera so I can't even see myself. So I'm not just talking to myself. I cover it with their questions and things. And frankly, I have had a blast with it. Sometimes you just think, oh, I don't feel like doing it tonight. But then when I do it, I play music. I change the music.
Is it also about your philosophy or what you care
It's
about?
all about my philosophy.
Yeah.
And that's what has really surprised me, that anyone gives a hoot. Yeah, it's really been interesting to me to be in that situation and to have people coming back that you recognize their name. And now what I'm saying is that I'm here and I'm building the campfire. Who wants to come and stay warm?
That.
That's fantastic. The next
you
Kai
must-
Centra.
And you, Miss Francine?
Hey, well, I just got back from Colorado because my daughter just had my second little boy grandbaby
Yay!
on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
And when they're first born, I mean, they're gorgeous and, they're like a little worm.
A little what?
Worm.
Oh.
So they don't do anything. Their little hands move up and down and their mouths move up and down. And you think all the things you want to think, but they're just learning about the planet and finally being out here. And so there's another grandbaby. He's 3.5, and everybody's afraid he's gonna kill the baby, but he did not kill the baby. He was like loving. You have to teach him how to touch, like don't be so hard. But for me, like being a grandparent, everybody tells you it's going to be great, and you don't know if it's going to happen in your life. And when he sees me for the first time, my little 3-year-old, the door opens and his hands are in the air and he goes, "Grandma." And I'm telling you, I could just cry right there.
I know. Isn't that
It's
the most
best
wonderful
I've
thing?
ever experienced. And I read him on FaceTime every week a book. A lot of times it's the same book. So I have books stacked up and I read it on, either my phone or an iPad.
Oh,
And he waits for it. He tells me what book he wants.
Yeah.
And now there's 2 little boys, so I'll probably be going back and forth.
oh, that's the best.
Yeah, it's really yummy.
And what about you, Jerry?
Oh, who are you going to say?
No, I guess to Jerry too.
Yeah, well, recently I was in a feature film,
Oh.
and you can now watch it on Awesome.
That's awesome.
You can watch it on AWESOME or Tubi.
And what's the name of it?
It's called The Peanut Man.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
And do you
Are you
play
the
the Peanut Man?
No, Glenn Plummer plays George Washington Carver.
Oh,
I
Okay.
play Booker T. Washington.
Oh,
Wow, how fun!
wow.
I
Congratulations.
was going to ask about that title, like, as in peanut as in nutty, but no, as in the.
Yeah, it's
Peanut.
kind of a
In there.
historical
Yeah.
thing.
Now, any wild stories from the set while you were shooting? Any good stories?
There are many, but we don't have time for that.
Let's have one.
I went to Kansas City to film this.
Oh, that's nice.
It's great.
How many days?
3 days, I guess it was.
And how long ago did you film it before it came out?
Last year.
Oh,
Last
great.
year, I forget what
like
month
the
it
end
was.
of the year? Or?
I think it was the middle of the year, I think.
Wow. That's,
But it came out in November last year.
oh,
I didn't know it was out. I just I happened up on it by scrolling.
And do you like it? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I this if you watch it, you'll probably be bothered by George Washington Carver's mustache. And his, I think they tried to make him look eccentric. But other than that, yeah, I enjoyed his performance. He was really good.
How about yours?
Well, I was okay.
I'm sure it was great.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to look for it.
Yes.
The Peanut Man.
The Peanut Man.
2024, yeah.
All right.
Type all of that in and it should come up.
Okay.
And if you got the Fire Stick, it's easy for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm still working with my theater group, Sky Pilot Theater. Some of you have come to see the shows there. I'm on the literary committee. Last year we read like 300 submissions,
Oh my
and
goodness.
there were 300 because they didn't charge anything. They just, you pay, you're free to. What If was the theme.
Writing a
Yeah,
play.
writing a play. Little one-act plays. We had certain criteria based on the theme. What if? Many of the playwrights sent 2 or 3, and they would put the line in there. What if? So they considered, it's what if, so I can submit it. And now we're charging, I think, $10 to send it in, and it's second chances is the theme. We'll be reading some. We rate them. Then they take the top 20. We read the whole thing. First, we just read the first 5 or 6 pages and give it a number. Then we read the whole script, all of them all over again, the top 20, and they pick which 8 are going to be in the series that, like some of you saw.
Mhm.
And that's a lot of fun. I hope to be in some. We're now doing one called Buddies, but all the characters were in their 30s and 40s. So that's
Are
out.
you in on the audition process?
I auditioned for the company, and I've done 2 or 3 plays with them auditioning.
But you're not on the other side of it, like where you're watching people's
No.
auditions.
I'm either an actor, or since there's no dues payment, you help out by being like working front of house. I'll be working front of house for this show for a couple of nights. Hope to be in when these new plays come out, the one acts. I did the last one, the What If, and our play won best from the audience choice.
Wow.
And then the playwright gets $50 for that. Or the best producer's play was another play, like $50 for that. And it's a small theater, nice theater,
Yeah, I want to come.
and the company's great. And just a chance to be on stage again. I love it.
One last
Well,
question. I'm
yes.
sorry. What's
Yes.
your wildest audition situation at the theater? Have you ever had?
At the theater, no, nothing theater-wise.
Or how about just in
On,
auditions?
well, for actual theater, we did years ago when I was in high school. We did Sound of Music, many years ago, and most of the cast, was Jewish, and I had to play the Nazi.
Oh God.
So my character walks in, and
Typecasting.
yeah, my character walks in, talks to the Von Trapp family, and walks out. Heil Hitler, and he walks out. That night, a skunk had gotten in downstairs, and you could smell it in the audience. So Keith, playing the captain, walks in. Has a Nazi been here?
Oh,
And the audience just erupted, and I never forgot that.
Wow.
So that
Oh,
was a strange
wow.
event. Not
That
auditioning.
reminds me of mine. But anyway, go ahead, Greg.
oh, excuse me. What was the top what if?
Oh, the what if scenario, the best one. Ours was a guy who wrote about this woman and her son come to visit this lighthouse. She, in her body, she's been taken over by the grandmother, my wife, and she's come to see me. But I look at her as a different person. no, you're not her, you're not her. But she knows everything. And supposedly her body was taken over.
Hmm.
And then so I kick her out, get out, and then realize maybe that was my wife I've been waiting all this time for.
Mm.
So it was very touching, and some
Very
people had
cool.
tears. And it was fun. Thank you.
Okay, so I just got back from Atlanta. I did a show where Keenan Thompson produced at the Atlanta Comedy Theater, and it was
Nice.
sold out, and it was a great time. I spent 4 days there. But what really was crazy is I went to Magic City. Anybody ever heard of Magic City in Atlanta?
No.
You haven't heard of the biggest strip club in Atlanta?
Jerry might have.
Jerry, you've been to Magic City.
I've never been.
There's magic going on at Magic
I've
City.
never been.
Here's what's incredible. Here's
Bring
what's
your blue
incredible.
pill.
Here's what's incredible. I go to the door, I take out a 20, you got to pay to get in, you think. And they said, no, it's free. I'm like, in what world do you get to walk into a strip club free? Really?
Oh, strip club.
Yes. That's why that's where the magic happens.
Yeah, the strips of paper.
That's why it's called
Yeah,
Magic
right.
City.
Thank you.
Strips of paper.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I get it now.
And I was just there for the chicken wings, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
And they're very tasty, and they're famous for their chicken wings.
Oh.
Did you tell your wife?
I was just going to say.
I think I just did on this.
I bet they're more famous for their breasts. I mean,
and their legs.
yeah, and their legs. Yeah.
But
No,
what's
speaking of
interesting
chicken
is
wings,
at the end of each aisle, there's a glass case, right? All glass, so you can see into the rooms. And there's 2 rooms, and this is where they do their lap dances.
Oh.
And the lap dances
I've never
were
seen that.
completely nude. Can you imagine that? I had to shut my eyes.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll bet you did.
I mean, I could not stand to watch that.
Oh, that was.
But
oh my
but
goodness.
but you get in. You have to pay to get into the glass.
Now, that was what I wanted to find out as being a tourist.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure that's why
wanted
you
to
wanted to
know
go.
Oh, yes.
the specifics of this particular glass house, right? Glass room. So when the lady comes out after she puts her clothes back on, she comes out. I call her over to my table. I'm like, just how much does
The glass
the
door.
glass house, the dance in there actually cost? And she said, shocked to me, $20.
That's it.
That's what I thought. I'm like,
I
in
thought you were
Los
going to say
Angeles,
100.
it costs $25 to get in the
The
club
glass.
before you even.
And 2,000 to get in the glass house.
Yeah, so
He knows a
so
lot
it's
about those clubs.
It's almost worth the price of a plane ticket. Just to let you know, to get to Magic City,
I want to
where
go
the
to.
magic happens.
I want to go to Magic City and try some of those chicken wings.
Well, I don't have to because I danced with Magic Mike
Mike,
in Las Vegas.
Oh, so did I.
Yeah.
Oh wow, well, that's
Yeah.
a good story.
And I didn't even have to pay.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Ugh.
Great story, you guys.
All right. Now let's respond to some interesting TikTok comments that we got.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Okay.
All right. Here's the first comment we got. Let's see if we got anything to say. My New Year's resolution is never to start my day without seeing one of your reels. You just make me so happy, and I hope that you are happy too. It sure looks like it.
Aw,
is darling.
We are happy.
Yes.
And we love all those positive comments.
I'm really touched. I'm touched by this, that somebody starts their day by seeing one of our reels. That makes me happy.
Oh, that makes me I'm kind of, I don't want to be an oxymoronic thing here, but I'm kind of, but what is that person's life like?
I got to start
I
on
don't think
TikTok.
All right, what
Most
about
people say that they love us and that they want to join us.
Yeah, that's what most
they want to
people
live
say.
with us?
Yeah.
Okay, how about here's one. Lady in Green was a baddie back in the day. Just saying.
I only wore that green once. I'm impressed. Yeah, they liked it.
What does that mean?
I think the last couple of times back, some cast member wore green.
Who wore green? One of the ladies wore green.
One of the ladies wore green.
Yeah.
Oh.
It must have been me.
Yeah. Who else could have that been?
You were the baddie back in the day.
They're curious about us.
I like to think I'm still a baddie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm a baddie.
Now that we've deduced what that all means,
But you know, the sad thing to me is that real retirement houses are nothing like what we're doing, because. But I wish they were. Maybe we'll start a new trend.
well, you know, that
would be cool.
I heard that was happening. That there are some retirement houses where they get people up to dance because they've been watching these videos.
Well, that's great. That's
Yeah,
a
but
great
that and the fact again
outcome.
that going back to the beginning about making us laugh, that was one of the first comments we got when we started, and it would make our day because it was like I was having a bad day, but you made me laugh, and that made it all worthwhile.
Yep.
That's what I get into comedy
Yep.
for.
Here's one. Y'all seem like you were popular kids back in the day. Not gonna lie. NGL.
Raise your hand if you were popular.
Oh,
Oh, the guys are popular.
medium popular.
I was so unpopular. I never had any dates at all in high school or my first year of college. So I took off for New York and never looked back.
How unpopular were you?
I was very
Sounds like you do a
unpopular.
stand-up.
You know, my favorite class was procreation.
Oh,
Procreation.
I missed that class. I wish I had been in that class.
Well, your hormones were flying in those days.
yes, I was so popular in high
Probably
school.
left him at the magic.
I
Club.
left with a family.
Now that we're doing this, I'm popular, but no, not back in high school. No.
No, I wasn't popular either. But someone said to me, "Oh, well, that sounds so sad." I said, "No, not sad at all. If you're going to be popular or unpopular, start with the worst and then let it get better and better and better and better and
Gooder
better."
and gooder.
Yeah,
Well,
look
I
at you now.
Yeah, look at me now.
A lot of people who were popular, I met up with them later in life. They were so
Sad.
popular, and they were completely not what they were
Yeah.
in high school or
Yeah.
anything like that. They were
That's true.
Oh, you're talking about the fat people at the family reunion or the high school reunion. Okay.
What do you mean by saying that you left with a family?
Well, the class procreation I was in was actually I got an A in it because
Oh,
I
oh,
left
you
with
got
I
somebody
left high
pregnant.
school with,
With
no,
the
not
family.
someone, 3 people,
3 people.
just 3.
You could not keep it in your pants.
Oh,
Look, these women are aggressive in high school, even back then.
Wow. So,
where can
you
you find?
twist-
Where can I find those aggressive ones?
You took
but did
off.
you
I
actually?
literally-
No,
were-
actually, no, really. This
Was it a wife and 2 children?
there was one of them that I did marry out of the 3 women, but they were 3 different women. Yes.
Let's just conclude that. But where's that high school?
Pasadena, California.
Really? Whoa! I was.
Well,
But it was an interesting way to start college.
Yeah.
And I did go to college, so that was.
I hope you
interesting.
didn't
I
take
like something
procreation in college.
My,
No, I actually didn't take that class
He
in
taught
college.
it. He taught
I
that in
taught it, yeah.
college.
my parents said, if you get pregnant, we will kill you. So it was
Oh.
like there was no barefoot and pregnant in our house.
Did
Oh,
you?
no, go to
you
college.
you were afraid of dying.
I was afraid of dying.
Oh,
parents-
good girl you are.
Well, also, I lived in New York and I was offered a play that had nudity in it. And there was another thing on the table. No, absolutely. If you're living near us or with us, you're not going on stage and being nude. And it was the 60s. You know, the hair.
Hair,
and-
yeah.
So you
Oh,
went.
Calcutta.
So you get back at him. You went to Woodstock.
Exactly. I had to get away.
Oh God. I think we better move on, huh?
Okay, now that we've replied to the wild comments, let's go to the stories you all submitted this week. We asked you on Instagram, and what's the worst advice that you've ever received? And we got some interesting answers. Let's go down the list. Never go to bed angry with your partner. Together for 25 years. Sleep on it. Priceless.
Did you get that advice? You look like you got that advice.
No, but my mother and dad had that advice, and it worked for them. Never go to bed angry with your partner, and I think that's great advice.
Even if you just stay up 3 days.
Even if you have to get no sleep, you're right. Yeah.
I think that, yeah, the bottom line is just saying, hey, forgive, and move on. Agree to disagree.
It's hard to go to bed comfortably and relaxed
If you're mad.
If you're
mad.
your body is not happy.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't make jokes to yourself.
Push them off the bed.
Okay. To wear a Spanx?
Spanx.
Spanx.
A Spanx?
Spandex was in the 80s.
Spanx is the brand.
Is the brand now. And I have Spanx.
Oh.
What is a
You
Spanx?
wear,
It's
so
tight.
say I'm wearing a relatively tight evening dress and I have a little pooch in the front.
Oh, you
I
that
want to
thing.
just make it flat, but then what happens, it also flattens your butt, so it's not great.
Oh, come on.
Well,
Who's worried about a butt?
and besides, if you're not used to wearing it, it feels
It's
awful.
It
Well,
messes,
no,
it messes up your BBL. Is that what you're telling me?
I wear Spanx.
You don't know what a BBL is? Brazilian butt lift? Come on, guys. We're
Oh.
not that old yet.
If you, I'm looking ahead on this,
I plead the fifth.
and I'm laughing.
When I go on some auditions, I wear a Spanx.
You do?
Yeah.
That sounds
You
painful.
have to take care of yourself and make yourself your best self, I guess, too.
Yeah, and when I walk my dog, I wear a Spanx and I wear weights over my shoulders
Yeah, to keep
to
your
make
body.
me walk straight.
Yeah, but not if you walk. You're not wearing them like if you meet somebody in the street.
No,
You don't
no,
care
no,
about
no.
that.
No. Yeah.
Just to
No,
keep your core.
Okay, the next one. If you cheat on your girlfriend, never tell her.
That might be the best advice ever written.
No,
That's a
I'll tell you why. Because the moment that you have a secret between you and your girlfriend, it's never the same again.
The moment you tell your girlfriend that you have a secret girlfriend, it's never the same again.
And she'll be your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's going to become ex. Yeah.
You're just going to have to do right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
If-
just don't
Just
cheat.
do
Right.
right.
Yeah. If you don't love her enough,
And if you do
tell her.
wrong-
And if you're going to cheat on her, just leave her
Yeah,
and go
together.
find another girlfriend.
Yeah,
Tell her you
Yeah.
found someone else. Be honest and go.
yeah. And this one, I have to do this one.
I'm laughing at that one.
Girls can't get pregnant in the summer?
Right.
I don't think that's true. I went to summer school.
And did you go to the pre-procreation class in summer school?
Yeah.
Wait a
Yes, I
minute.
did.
Was this sent in by a 10-year-old?
I don't know, but I think a better answer would be other men can't get women pregnant in the summer because of Greg.
Ask all the babies that were born.
God, go for
Well,
it.
That works.
So these are answers to what's the worst advice you ever got. Have 3 more kids to lower taxes.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Oh, jeez.
That's terrible.
I didn't even have 3.
No, it's not a reason to. It's not a reason to have kids at all.
No, you shouldn't. No. Well, you know.
Well, I didn't pay any taxes in high school, so those 3 kids worked out.
Yeah.
Well, my first proposal for my first husband was, we might as well just get married. I mean, we'd pay less taxes. How do you like
geez.
that?
What was the love?
Yeah.
There was love, but 27 years later, we're not together.
Uh,
But yeah, I mean, that was some proposal, huh?
I wasn't that intellectual in regards to these things. I never thought about any of that. Taxes, might as well get married or nothing. Mine came from a totally different perspective. All right. Now, you're a mom. Just deal with it.
Hey, I said that 3 times in high school.
Yeah. I bet you did. I bet you did. You're a mom. Just deal with it. How do you like that? Did anybody ever tell you that?
No.
No,
No.
You're a mom. Just deal with
I
it.
would have knocked him one.
Yeah. My mom would have slapped me too, and deservedly
Who
so.
do you think it is that's saying this, making this statement? A man to a woman?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. A man to a woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Feels that
okay.
way.
All right.
Yeah.
That's-
Or maybe a kid to a woman
I
that's
thought of a kid
tired
too,
of
yeah.
living.
Here's another one for the worst advice you ever got. To lower my standards. Not happening. Just lower your standards.
That's called 2 drinks. Yeah, you'll lower 'em.
That's called a know-off. You
like-
pick up something late at night in the bar. You wake up in the middle of the night and you want to gnaw your arm off because you don't want to wake her up. Get it out under. Oh, I've done that a number of times.
I was gonna say,
bet.
Jerry, okay, you
moving
got
right
experience, yes.
moving right along. During my depression, someone told me, "But life is so beautiful. Just enjoy it." Is that armchair psychology or what is that?
Well, that's just someone who's never had depression.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just a shallow,
Yeah.
statement.
It's just someone that has never had depression. I've not ever been depressed. But I don't think I've ever been stupid enough to say to someone who is depressed, life is so beautiful, just enjoy it.
So that statement needs to be supported with something else.
Drugs.
Yeah, like have you tried therapy or have you
Yes.
talked
Have
to
a couple
anyone
drinks.
about this? Or maybe it could be a vitamin deficiency or
Right,
have you
right.
seen a doctor? Or,
Yes.
Well, and there's another one for what's the worst advice you ever got? Okay, once I was told to stop drowning in the pool by my cousin while I was drowning. So stop drowning, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Some people just say things badly.
Yes.
Man,
They just say it badly.
My
They just
The other person probably thought they were goofing around.
Well, I mean, he could have been serious, but he just didn't know how to say, relax.
Stop.
Instead
No,
of
don't even talk. Get in the pool and save it.
well, I think they're
Yeah,
saying
exactly.
have the mask,
Yeah,
that's what
action.
would jump
Actions
out.
speak louder than
Yeah.
words. Do
Yeah.
something.
All
Unless
right.
they were trying to teach him how to swim. But anyway, go ahead.
All right, that's all we've got for today. If you like this episode, leave a comment. Who knows? We might roast it next time.
And if any of you have a wild story, send it in. We love a little chaos. And don't forget to
Subscribe.